When a ball is thrown vertically upwards, the velocity of the ball decreases. This happens because of the gravitation of the earth. We have seen that when the ball reaches to a certain height, its velocity becomes zero. After reaching a certain height, the velocity of the ball becomes zero and the ball starts falling down. The maximum height attained by the ball depends upon the initial velocity of the ball. Its maximum height can be found out using Newton's third equation. The equation is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Here, v is final velocity, u is initial velocity, a is acceleration, and s is the distance covered. The final velocity of the ball is 0, and the distance covered is the maximum height of the ball. Therefore, 0 is equal to u square plus 2 into minus g into s. Therefore, the maximum height of the ball is equal to s is equal to minus u square upon 2g. From this equation, we come to know that higher the initial velocity, the larger is the height reached by the ball. This is because higher the initial velocity of the ball, higher will be the opposition to the gravitational force of the earth, and larger will be the height to which the ball can reach. The value of small g decreases as the height of the object from the surface of the earth increases. Thus, the force of pulling the ball downward decreases as the ball goes up. If we keep increasing the initial velocity of the ball, it will reach larger and larger heights, and above a particular value of initial velocity of the ball is able to overcome the downward pull by the earth and can escape the earth forever and will not fall back on the earth. This particular value of initial velocity is called escape velocity because an object thrown upwards with this velocity can escape the gravitational force of the earth. We can determine its value by using the law of conservation of energy. Let us find this out. Having an initial velocity equal to the escape velocity escapes the gravitational force of the earth. According to Newton's universal law of gravitation, the gravitational force being inversely proportional to the square of the distance becomes zero only at infinite distance from the earth. This means that for the object to be free from the gravity of the earth, it has to reach infinite distance from the earth. That is, the object will come to rest at infinite distance and will stay there. Come, let us first determine the kinetic energy, potential energy, and total energy for an object with mass m at a surface of the earth and at an infinite distance from the earth. The kinetic energy of an object on the surface of the earth is 1 upon 2 into m into v escape square. The potential energy of an object on the surface of the earth is equal to minus capital G into capital M into small m upon capital R. The total energy of an object on the surface of the earth, E1, is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Thus, E1 is equal to 1 upon 2 into m multiplied by v escape square minus capital G into capital M into small m upon capital R. Similarly, the kinetic energy of the object at infinite distance is equal to 0. The potential energy of the object at infinite distance is equal to minus capital G into capital M into small m upon infinity is equal to 0. The total energy at infinite distance E2 is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Thus, total energy E2 is equal to 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. from the principle of conservation of energy, E1 plus E2. Therefore, 1 upon 2 into small m into V escape square minus capital G into capital M into small m upon capital R is equal to 0. Therefore, V escape square is equal to 2 into capital G into capital M upon capital R. Thus, V escape is equal to root of 2 into capital G into capital M upon capital R. Let us multiply and divide the above equation by capital R. Thus, V escape is equal to root of 2 into capital G into capital M divided by capital R into capital R upon capital R. Let us rearrange the equation. Let us substitute capital G into capital M upon capital R square equals to small g in the above equation. Thus, V escape is equal to root of 2 into small g into capital R. Now let us substitute the value of gravitational acceleration and the radius of the Earth. V escape equals to root of 2 into 9.8 into 6.4 into 10 raised to 6. Thus, V escape is equal to 11,200 meters per second, which is equal to 11.2 kilometers per second. The spacecrafts which are sent on the Moon or other planets have to have an initial velocity larger than the escape velocity, so that they can overcome the Earth's gravitational attraction and can travel to these objects.